lawsuits allege sexual assault and inappropriate behavior against the Texans quarterback. Since the lawsuits were filed, new head coach David Culley has largely avoided addressing the allegations against Watson, other than referencing a letter sent by Texans ownership to season ticket holders in April that said, "We want to assure you that we take these allegations very seriously." The Texans have 3 other quarterbacks on their roster: Tyrod Taylor, Davis Mills, and Jeff Driscoll. Our Chris Mortensen tweeting this: for Deshaun Watson, the Texans' price has been some combination of 5 high draft picks and starting caliber players per 2 league executives. Freddie, I want to start with you on this. Is Watson showing up a distraction to this team considering all the allegations?
No, because they've been the Houston distraction since they had that lead against the Kansas City Chiefs. So this is just another latest involving what I believe is the worst run organization in professional sports, and not just in the National Football League. And it didn't seem like it was that long ago that this team was a playoff football team, and everything has unraveled on and off the football field. So no, he's not a distraction, because this has been nothing but a distraction franchise, a disorganized franchise ever since they had that 24-0 lead in the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional playoff round in the AFC in the 2019 season. So this just adds to the latest involving this organization that just can't seem to get it together. And I pity poor David Culley in this situation, because he has waited a long time for an NFL coaching job. He finally gets to be an NFL head coach, and this is the team, this is the organization that he's a part of. Now, he took the job because he wanted to, and I don't blame him. But come on now, a distraction? This is just the latest in distractions regarding that organization, as bad as the Houston Texans have been.
Yeah, if anything's a distraction to this team, it's trading DeAndre Hopkins, your star wide receiver. That's a distraction to the team. It's having your owner in 2017, Bob McNair, refer to the social justice conversation as inmates running the prison. That's a distraction to the team. It's firing Bill O'Brien 4 games into naming him your general manager as well as head coach. That's a distraction to the team. It's hiring a search firm and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to find a new GM just to cast that all aside and to pick your guy. That's a distraction to the team. Deshaun Watson showing up to training camp is not a distraction to the team. Cal McNair, the one who's running the team, he's the distraction to the team. And so, no, Deshaun Watson showing up is not a distraction. He's showing up so what did Marshawn Lynch say a couple years ago? I'm just here so I don't get fined. He's showing up so he doesn't get fined. J.J. Watt is gone. We talked about DeAndre Hopkins is gone. We talked about Kenny Stills, Will Fuller. The list goes on and on. All their great players are gone, and Deshaun Watson wants to be gone. So it's not a distraction by any means, Deshaun Watson showing up to training camp.
Well, I'm not sure which English dictionary you guys read. You know, last time I looked at Webster's and understood what a distraction was, yes, this is a classic distraction. It's a guy that's going to show up, and his attention or his presence is going to take someone's focus off of what they should or should not be doing. Either way, because Deshaun Watson, let's understand what it is. Regardless of how you think his situation has played out, he has asked the organization, "Hey, can you trade me? I do not want to be here." He's talked to David Culley. "I do not want to play for you. Nothing against you, coach. I know you're a great man. Hopefully you're going to be a great coach. I don't want to play for you." Secondly, he has 22 lawsuits, civil lawsuits pending against him. So anywhere he walks, not only in the Houston Texans facility, anywhere he goes, he is going to garner eyeballs. He's going to garner attention. People are going to look at him. People are going to whisper. People are going to answer questions. Even if he doesn't show up on the practice field, the media is going to wonder where he's in the building. Where is he at? What's going on? The definition of a distraction is when I'm taking the attention or the focus off of what it should be on. Something is distracting you. Something has your attention. Deshaun Watson is going to do that whether we like it or not, guys. I hope they trade him. I think he deserves to be traded. He is one of the bright young stars in the National Football League. From a football standpoint, off the field, I have no idea what went on. I'm not trying to play a detective or a lawyer on television. I'm not even going to go down that road. I just know as a football player, he's a top 5 quarterback in football. He's one of the bright young stars we've seen in a long time. And in a league, when we talk about a quarterback that can be as vital as a threat as a passer, as he can as a runner, is there a better combination in this league of passing and running than Deshaun Watson? So yes, his presence is going to distract you for a lot of different reasons. And it's also distracting other teams. Okay, Denver and Miami are also looking down into Houston, seeing what's going on too. So it's not just a distraction in the organization. It's a distraction around the entire sports world, mainly the National Football League.
Yeah, and let's just be clear. Hold on. Let me just say this really quickly, because these allegations are very serious when we're talking about sexual assault in 22 different women. So if these are true, we will not even be having these conversations. I just want to make that clear to everyone at home. And he shouldn't even be on the football field. Go ahead, Freddie.
Yeah, here's the deal with that, Molly. But to your point, he would be a distraction whether he was not there. If he decided to show up at training camp or not, he was still going to be a distraction because everybody would be talking about Deshaun Watson. That's why I said that this is not a distraction, because it's a constant distraction no matter whether he was going to be there or not going to be there. And I don't want to say anything in terms of the Houston Texans brought this on themselves, whatever like that. We still don't have a resolution, Molly, to your point about the civil lawsuits that are out there against Deshaun Watson, although it got quiet really quickly. So we don't know what kind of settlement could be out there, whatever that's going to be. We don't know what that crystal ball is going to say. But this has been a constant distraction, whether he's going to show up there or not show up there, mainly because this situation has still not been resolved involving whatever actions are applied to him off the football field.
Yeah, and I'll just
Booker, I gotta give you some credit. I gotta give Booker some credit. I looked up distraction myself, and it says a noun, a thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else. And so, yes, according to your Webster's Merriam definition, it is a distraction. But to the team that's already distracted by so much else, this team is distracted by everything else. It's definitely a distraction. And yes, these allegations, let's be real, they are very serious. There's so much that we don't know. And so we're talking about on the football field, but off the football field, there are serious allegations that no one knows what's going to happen with those.
Absolutely. And apparently if a trade happens again, Chris Mortensen saying 5 high draft picks are starting players. All right, still to come on First Take, plenty of questions surrounding Big D. Will Zeke return to peak? Will Dak be fully back? And will the D be marquee? Don't go anywhere. It's First Take.